Hey everybody, I'm Walter Reeves at Woodlands Garden in Decatur. There are a few plants in the South that are more emblematic of the South than the Southern Magnolia. You recognize these glossy green leaves, gorgeous plant. You see them planted in front of churches, in front of houses. Many times you see them planted in places where they got way bigger than the person ever expected them to be, because the Southern Magnolia is not a small plant. But did you know there are other kinds of magnolias in the South as well? In particular, there's one called the big leaf magnolia. And the big leaf magnolia is gigantic. The leaves on it are enormous. Sometimes the leaves are as long as 2 feet long. Look at this one right here that has been dried on the ground for a couple of months. You see that pine cone next to it? See how big it is? 2 feet easily, and sometimes as much as 12 inches wide. So these deciduous magnolias lose their leaves in the wintertime, as opposed to the evergreen Southern Magnolia. Although those of us who own a Southern Magnolia know that they're not all evergreen. They do lose their leaves sometimes, and the leaves they lose have to be raked up and put back up underneath the Southern Magnolia, because nothing will grow underneath there. It's too shady. The only memory I have of a Southern Magnolia from my childhood, that's where all the bantam chickens lived. That's where all the banties went up into the Southern Magnolia and roosted at night to stay out of the way of the possums and the raccoons. So if you're looking for another native plant to put in your landscape, one that takes up not quite as much room as a Southern Magnolia, look for a deciduous magnolia. Big leaf magnolia or cucumber magnolia, both of them look great in a landscape. They have big white flowers just like Southern Magnolia does, and they're wonderful plants to have. One more thing, look at the flowers during the summertime when they come open. You'll never see a butterfly or a honeybee around that flower. Why? Because magnolias are so old that the only thing that pollinates them are beetles. Look for the beetles around a magnolia flower. It'll teach you a little bit more about the environment. More tips just like these coming up soon on the Georgia Farm Monitor.